Hello. Ella, mi amiga, she wrote it down in her diary, and then put it back in the drawer. The drawer? Drawer. Como drawer is el cajón. Now, she wrote it down, lo apuntó en su agenda. Digo diary aquí. Los americanos decimos agenda. She wrote it down. Apuntar algo is to write down. No to write. To write es simplemente escribir. All right? Puedo escribir en el techo o en mi mano. But to write something down es apuntar algo. She wrote it down. Pasado simple. Lo apuntó en su agenda. She wrote it down in her diary or her agenda and put it back, la agenda o el diario, she put it back in the drawer. She put it back. Lo volvió a meter su agenda o su diario. Ojo, porque en inglés americano diary es el diario personal y íntimo de una persona. She wrote it down in her diary and then put it back in the drawer.
Okay, hello again. Welcome to a new day and to a new class. Let's take a look at our example. She wrote it down in her diary and then put it back in the drawer. Ella lo apuntó en su diario y después lo guardó en el cajón. So we're looking at the verb to write down. It's a phrasal verb, un verbo compuesto, to write down. To write más preposición down. It means que anotar, apuntar, escribir. Okay, she wrote it down. Ella lo apuntó. So remember, when you're watching our class, make sure, asegúrate de que te apuntas, right? Make sure you write down the words, the grammar, the vocabulary, and you write down the lesson. Okay, so please write down all of your notes. I wrote down his address. Okay, yo escribí su dirección. So again, the verb to write down in pasado simple, it's irregular. Okay, to write down y pasado, wrote down. I wrote the address down. I wrote down the address. So she wrote it down. Ella lo apuntó. Okay, she wrote it down. I wrote it down. He wrote it down.
Well, another day in work for me. Another list. Yep. Mr. Pilgrim wrote down a list of all the tasks I need to do. But I think he's forgetting one important thing. I have an appointment today, and I wrote it down. Yeah. I wrote it down on his desk, and I wrote it down in the workbook. I even wrote it down on a little piece of paper and put it right on his desk. People sometimes. Hi, Mr. Pilgrim. Yep, okay, thanks for the list, but I have an appointment today, and I wrote it down. Yes, I wrote it down on a little piece of paper. I wrote it down on your desk. I even wrote it down in the workbook. Okay, so those tasks will just have to wait. Thank you. Lo apunté. I wrote it down. That's right, to write something down. To write something down. Say this with me. I wrote it down. Good. What I didn't write down is my appointment is a new job interview. So, I suppose I should write down some possible answers. Wish me luck.
Okay, great. Welcome back. Let's continue with our lesson. She wrote it down in her diary and then put it back in the drawer. Ella lo apuntó en su diario y luego lo guardó en el cajón. So we're looking at the expression and then, y después, and then. Now, this is very, very useful when we tell, different events, different actions that happen, okay? And then, y después. Y no es, we never say after, okay? After I went to the beach, after I ate lunch, after I called my brother. No, ahí metemos and then, or then, and then. Okay, after is después de. Hay que decir después de qué. After the meeting, after the party. Ahora sí, pero como y después, conectando acciones o eventos simplemente con and then. For example, I went to the park and then I studied. And the word of the day is que. How do we say sensible in inglés? No es como crees, it's sensitive, not sensible. Es amigo falso. So sensible in English, the word of the day is sensitive. Okay, keep practicing.
Let me tell you a little story about my life. Well, every day I come here and have breakfast in the shopping centre. And then I go to Sarah's shop for my morning visit. And then I go for lunch, and then I go to the gym, and then, well, I come back to, for my afternoon visit. And then sometimes I go to other shops. Eso, decimos and then, y no and after, okay? And then. Repeat with me. I go for lunch, and then I go to Sarah's shop. Perfect. So, yesterday, I went for lunch, and then I came to Sarah's shop, and then I went to visit Zach, just to say hello. And then I went to visit Frank. And then I went to visit Destiny. But a strange thing happened, because when I said hello to Destiny, she, looked up at the sky and pretended not to hear me. And then I said hello again, and she looked behind her. And then I said hello again, and she wrote something in her diary. It was very strange. And then I came back to the shopping centre. Perfect.
Okay, we're at the last part of our lesson, so let's repeat the class and the sentence one more time. She wrote it down in her diary and then put it back in the drawer. Ella lo apuntó en su diario y después lo guardó en el cajón. So we're looking at another phrasal verb here. Ooh, phrasal verbs. You have to practice them. So, to put back. To put back. It means que guardar en su sitio, colocar de nuevo, o poner en su sitio. So, to put back. For example, I put the book back. Or también puedes decir, I put back the book. Si decimos el sustantivo, the noun, da igual, entre o después de las dos partes. I put the book back. I put back the book. Pero ojo, lo guardé is I put it back. We use a pronoun here, the object pronoun, el complemento pronombre. We have to use entre las dos partes. I put it back. No decimos I put back it. Suena muy mal. So, please put the clothes back. Put them back. ¿Te has fijado? So, todos juntos. She wrote it down in her diary and then put it back in the drawer. Keep practicing.
Hi, welcome to the shop that sells everything you need when you need it. Hey, put that vase back. Put that vase back. Sorry. At this shop, we sell everything. We sell vases, we sell cups. Hey, I said put the vase back. Oh, this guy isn't listening. Help me, tell him. Put the vase back. Put it back. Good. Or we can say, put that back. Dilo conmigo. Put the vase back. That's right. He is not listening. Aren't you listening to us? I said, put the vase back. If you touch it, you buy it, okay? So put it back. You're going to buy it. Okay. If you're going to buy it, you don't have to put it back. That's fine. You don't have to put it back, but it is going to cost you. It's going to cost you €7, but you don't have to put it back.